Welcome to the She Means Business Show, where our mission is to activate your confidence, amplify your voice, and help you align to your power. Today, we have on an amazing powerhouse, Tiffaney Childers. So, not only is she doing amazing things for suicide loss and advocacy, she is my dear friend. So, welcome to the show, Tiffaney.
Thank you. You know I adore you, so I'm honored to be here.
Oh my goodness. Well, this very well could be a tearjerker, but Tiffaney has an amazing gift of turning a very difficult subject into something very healing. So I'm going to read her bios to not leave out anything of the amazing things she's doing. Tiffaney Childers is a suicide loss survivor advocate, speaker, and author of the Rise Back, Reclaiming Life After Suicide Loss, Pain, and Silence. After losing both parents to suicide and developing chronic pain from a routine hip surgery, she became the safe space she never had. As a loss team advocate and creator of the Rise Up method, she goes on call to scenes of suicide to support the loved ones left behind, helping them navigate the worst day of their lives. She also helps survivors navigate the long, quiet road after the first year when the world moves on, but grief hasn't. Tiffaney walks beside survivors as they begin to rebuild their soul, reminding them they are not too much, not too broken, and never alone. So, Tiffaney not only is out there making a huge impact, becoming a massive safe place for so many people, but I'm also honored to call her my friend. So, Tiffaney, tell us the backstory. How did this happen for you, and how did you get through these things?
It has been 18 years. So I lost my mom to suicide, and then 1 year and 5 days later, I lost my dad. So it has been a long struggle of how to just get through the loss and what to do with myself. And so about 5 years ago, I became a member of what's called the Loss Team. It came to Amarillo. I know it's in bigger cities, and so it finally came here to Amarillo. And so I joined the Loss Team as a volunteer, and I go on suicide calls. We usually try to show up within 15 minutes of a call, and we help the loved ones left behind navigate the hours and days after a loss.
Well, this subject is not an easy one by any means, and since it's been 18 years, what did that healing journey look like for you, especially those first couple of years, and how did that transform into the advocacy work now, that you now do?
Well, funny thing is, I didn't heal. I didn't even know how to heal or what to do. My kids were pretty young. They were 3 and 5, and um, you don't have time to stop and heal. You still have school, lunches to make, baseball, football, gymnastics. I didn't heal. I didn't. Probably not until about 15 years ago did I start even attempting to try and heal. So I think that's what's so beautiful about the Lost Team and um, the advocacy that I'm doing is that I can help walk beside people who are going through the same thing and say, hey, here's support. Here's what I did. Here's what we need to do. Here's what I didn't do. So don't do what I did. So yeah, it's it's heavy. Suicide loss is a heavy subject.
So the loss support, is this like a nationwide program? Is it just available in certain states, or tell us more about that so people can connect to those services as well?
Absolutely. So Dr. Frank Campbell is out of Louisiana. He is the one that actually started this and designed the loss team. So you have one survivor that's been there, done that, and then you have one mental health professional. And as a team, you show up to these calls. Anybody can start one. Just get with Dr. Frank Campbell and you can start one in your area. So I'm super glad it came here to Amarillo, Texas, is where I'm from.
Amazing. So going through the unthinkable like you did, not having a blueprint to follow, you have now become that solution for so many people. You have a method called the Rise Up method. Tell us more about that.
Yes, I do. It's called the Rise Up. And so it's kind of an acronym, Rise Up. So R stands for reach out before you shut down. And this helped me more than anything. Those three little words, I need help. Please don't be ashamed to ever ask anybody for help. Isolation is what we tend to do because there's so much shame and stigma wrapped around suicide loss. So reach out to somebody before you shut down is
What
the
did that
R
look
that
like for you?
um, reaching out to the loss team. I finally found other people that had been through what I'd been through and just finding community. That
You
is
you
so
had to
important.
hold that in for a long time, correct?
Mhm,
Like it
mhm,
took many
mhm.
years.
I survived for a long time, just
Wow.
going on survival.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did that, when you finally said, I need help, take us back to that moment. Did you feel a sense of relief in that, or was it hard? How hard was that just to say those words?
Oh, it's extremely hard because we have a lot of pride and we think we can do it on our own and we can't.
Were
So
you surprised at the response? Like when you said that, like how did that feel for someone to be on the other side of that and say, I got you?
yes, that was amazing because I think we all think, oh, I don't want to ask for help. I don't want to burden anybody with my problems or with my issues. And you would be surprised the people that are like, yes, come, look, come on, let's talk about it. I'm here. Let's do this.
Amazing that you are on the other side of that. I can only imagine being in that need and having you on that other line. What a miracle you are in doing for so many people and families, because there's some statistics around suicide that I know shocked me. What were those?
So a suicide loss affects, and Dr. Frank Campbell talks about it, and it's called the ripple effect, and it affects 135 people, whether that's teachers, neighbors, friends, coworkers. The reach it reaches 135 people, which it just shocked me. That's how many people are affected by one suicide.
Unbelievable. So, R of the Rise Up method is reach out, I need help. And then tell us what I stands for.
So the I is ink it out, and that means journaling. And I'm going to tell you, for a long time, I didn't want to journal. I thought it was for little girls with little glitter pens and writing in their diaries. But I'm telling you, I finally had to start journaling because your thoughts have to have a place to go and you
How
have to
did
be
that
honest.
process? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, of course, but how did that process, once you did start doing it, being so adamant, kind of to start? What, what did that look like? What surprise kind of happened to you during that process as you started writing out your feelings?
Oh, it shocked me. And I did this 5 minutes for every morning, and just what
Mm.
came out every morning was like, wow, I didn't know that I had been keeping so much inside that I needed to at least write or say or get it out because I promise you it will stay in your body and it'll come out some way. And
So
usually that's pain in your body.
So interesting. I know journaling was extremely transformative for me as well. And here, part of the mission being amplify your voice. You have to hear your voice first before anyone else can, you know. So that's what journaling did for me, and that's what I hear you saying as well. Unbelievable. So reach out, ink it out. What's S?
S is sit with it. So you have to
Woo!
stop. Yeah, you have to stop running from discomfort because I promise grief demands to be felt. You have to sit with the anger, sit with the fear, sit with that ache. And it's not there to break you, it's there to move you. It's hard.
That is, so many people avoid sitting with it, right? And that avoidance can turn to other things. When you were going through this process, like when you remember really sitting with it, what came up for you?
Oh, I didn't ever want to sit with it. I probably
Right.
didn't sit with it till about 4 years ago. I was the queen of chaos and multitasking. I would never sit down. I would never stay at home. I was constantly moving, move, move, move. Because if I sat down, I knew it was going to all come crashing in. So that was hard for me. I didn't do that for years.
Yeah,
And
no one
once you
said sitting
do,
with it's easy, but it is part of this process of healing. Um, okay, take us to E.
E is embrace who you are becoming. So once you sit with it, you have to embrace who you are becoming because I'm telling you, you have to eliminate a lot of things in your life. And it's kind of a lonely road. So embrace who you're becoming, embrace the life that you're kind of leaving behind, and you're starting this amazing process of healing.
Wow. Part of the difficulty for me was embracing the messy parts, right? It's easy to embrace what's going good or what you think your strengths are or how far you've come, but it's really a lot more difficult to embrace what you perceive as the messy parts, which um, end up really being part of your unique gift that you're here to give to the world, in my opinion. Do you think that when you were embracing, like, can you see that now?
1000%. Yes. I had a
Amazing.
lot of messy parts. I had a lot of parts I didn't want to show people.
I get it. So reach out, ink it out, sit with it, embrace who you are. And is U and P? We got UP left, right?
Yes, we've got the U, which is unlearn the lies, because your brain tells you a lot of lies. And I always say, liar, liar, brain on fire. Um, because it tells us things like you should be over this by now, you should be further along by now. And then once we get to a point where we think we're further along, we think, we're fine. We don't need to change. We're good right where we're at. So you have to unlearn all those lies.
What do you think was the biggest lie you had to unlearn?
We're fine. We're good where we're at. Let's just stay right here because it's safe and it's comfortable and I don't have to talk about it. Yeah.
So unlearning it leads to P, which is
Protect your peace. And I think this is the biggest one is protect your peace. Not everybody deserves access to your healing space. And you don't have to explain your anything to anybody. Keep your boundaries. Protect your peace.
what did that look like for you?
That was hard. That was very hard. Changing everything. I changed everything in my life to what I did every day and who I hung out with every day and who, what I let into my brain every day. I always say garbage in, garbage out. Um, yeah, who you listen to. Protect your peace.
I think that that's so beautiful because at that point, right, when you've gone through these 6 steps and you get to protect your peace, it's because you've undergone a massive transformation at that point. We've turned um there's no time limit on healing, but we've turned the healing process into 6 steps, which by no means it happens overnight. So, by the time you reach out, ink it out, sit with it, embrace who you are, unlearn the lies. Like you're not, you get it now, right? Like you're at a place where that type of work, that type of inner work has to be protected, and you understand the value of it now.
Absolutely.
Um, so what did that in entirety, because you've put together this beautiful transformative method of the Rise Up method. What did overall, when you look back at that, how long was that journey for you?
Well, I'm still on it. So
Good
I think it'll
answer.
be a forever journey of healing and doing the work because I never did the work. I didn't know I needed to do the work. I convinced myself that I was okay. So it is an ongoing journey that I do every single day. But I think once, so it's been almost a year now that I had my hip surgery and I ended up getting nerve damage from that surgery. And so chronic pain set in. And I never know what chronic pain was. I didn't know what nerve damage was. I didn't know what any of it was. So I feel like all of my emotional things that I stuffed down and shoved down and didn't deal with kind of came out in physical form. So protecting my peace and doing all of this is so important to me to keep my pain under control, number one, to keep my sanity.
Do you see a link to your emotional pain to your physical pain?
Absolutely. 100%.
I'm just like blown away at your inner and outer strength. So not only are you going through or, have to experience such grief, but then to couple that with physical pain.
Mhm. It is something that I have what's called chronic regional pain syndrome, and I've never heard of it in my entire life. And I still don't know a whole lot about it because there's just not a lot of information. So it's been interesting. It's been interesting. And the pain is in my foot, which is even more interesting. It's not in my hip, it's in my foot. So I'm still learning about that. And I'm still trying to kind of reset my nervous system and rewire some things to keep my stress level down so that the pain doesn't get out of control.
It's really remarkable, and I hope you give yourself the credit you deserve on what you've gone through, what you've overcome, but even more importantly, that you've decided to use that for good and to really turn that into a purpose-driven life to impact others. Um, it's really beautiful. So, with that being said, you've turned Rise Up into is the Rise Up method in your upcoming book?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because it
Tell
has
us
been my
more.
book and it is my mantra. So the Rise Up comes out. The book comes out. I'm hoping the first week of October. I think we're shooting for October 9th. It'll be somewhere around that.
Well, what I love about n- not only your strength and what you are putting back into the world, but it is the message of Rise Up is not just for suicide loss, it's not just for chronic pain. It can be applied to anyone wherever they might be in their journey when it comes to having to rise up and dealing with pain and overcoming any type of struggle. So, I just want to make sure I mention that, you've turned
It's loss
yes,
in
wait.
all of its forms, and it could be identity loss. I lost my identity when my kids went to college and I was an empty nester. I didn't know who I was without being a mother and without running them around in the chaos in the house. I completely lost my identity. So it's loss in all of its forms.
Well, and I loved your answer earlier. It was such the perfect answer by saying, "Well, I'm still healing." When I asked you, kind of like, what did that look like for you, and how long did it take? Because healing is, you can always continue to heal and get stronger. So, thank you for that beautiful answer. I think I know for me, we were hard on ourselves. You're like, why am I not over this? Which you mentioned too. Like, I should be over this, and that's not the case. It's a journey.
I agree. I agree. You and I are on the same page. That's why I adore you.
Well, I am so excited for this book launch. I want to give also a shout out to Tiffany regarding her Instagram. It's filled with motivational or inspirational content as well. And it's done in a really authentic way. So please check out Tiffany on Instagram. I want the audience to get to know you in a more informal way as well. So I'd love to do a speed round. Are you ready?
Oh my goodness, I'm ready.
You don't have a choice. I'm just kidding. Let's get to know Tiffany and on a fun level. So tell us your zodiac sign, Tiffany.
I'm a Leo.
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 Love it. So do you know what Leos are known for?
I don't know. Tell me, and I'll tell you if it's true.
Well, they are kind of the self love of the zodiac. Like they're able to put into the world a sense of courage and confidence. Think of a lion and even like the Wizard of Oz, but that courage and really a bright light. when you think of someone who's courageous, they're, of course, a bright light. So I think that fits you well.
Thank you. I've always heard they're loud and boisterous and obnoxious and speak their mind, and I'm a little bit of that too.
Yeah, and
I'm a
so
little bit of a rebel. I don't know.
oh, is that where the soulfully savage comes
I
out?
think so. I think so. I'm sorry.
So part of Tiffany's branding is soulfully savage. There is no fluff when it comes to her, so she will shoot you straight
That's right.
in in that Leo
I don't think that we
style.
need to sugarcoat anything. Yeah, we can't sugarcoat anything anymore.
Well, I want to know because I'm also in the music industry, your favorite song or favorite genre, or both?
Favorite genre is definitely country. Definitely country music. Old country, new country, the Texas country. Love it all.
Well,
Oh,
and
my favorite song. Oh gosh, anything by George Strait. Amarillo by Morning. That's how Amarillo, Texas, I guess, got on the map. Of course, it was on the map before then, but I love George Strait. I am.
okay, I want to know, and I really love finding this out about people, but your favorite personal development tool, like a podcast or a book that really transformed something in you or had that spark.
I've never really read personal development books or self help books or anything like that. And I never really listened to podcasts. And I know I'm 51 years old and I just didn't know that there was all this stuff out there. So, what kind of really changed the trajectory of my healing is Amberly Lago's book, Joy Through the Journey. That kind of um, I found her and I read that, and she also has CRPS, so that was kind of an eye opener for me. Like,
So you
wow.
came across Amberly and her message, and then that's really what sparked this
I had no
transformation.
idea there was coaching out there. I had no idea there was. I
Mm.
knew there were podcasts, but I thought they were. I didn't know that they were like healing ones. I mean, all these podcasts are incredible. So now I listen to them all the time. I love them. I love them all. I love your podcast.
Well,
I
how
love the platform that
amazing.
you stand for.
Oh, well, thank you. I just think it's amazing now that when I think of, your Instagram and your social media of people who follow you that I'm sure were in the same boat. They didn't know what was out there or that these tools or, podcast books and now yours. So think about that ripple effect that you are creating.
Right.
Amazing.
And I just started my Instagram in April. So we're getting there. So anybody who wants to follow me, please do. We're getting there.
Definitely. Soulfully Savage is something you do not want to miss.
That's
Um,
right.
what is something that is always in your purse?
Chapstick.
It's been a lot of chapstick and lip gloss. um, what is a must do everyday self care tip you recommend?
Journaling, 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 journaling.
I love it. So,
At the very least, write down three things in the morning. What you need out of the day, at least three things in the morning.
I love that. I always do my dominant intention today is at the very least.
I love it. Yes, love it.
So also if you because I do follow you on Instagram, I love when you go for a walk
I do. I
and
do.
you do kind of these impromptu inspirational messages too. So I thought that's what you were going to say.
Yeah, I do walk every day. I do go on my soul journey walks every day.
Soul
I
journey
need to
walks. That's what it was.
I
Yes.
need to get braver about, talking and walking, but I go on those every single day.
It just kind of hit me. It's about combining the inner work with the outer work.
Mhm.
Right. There's something magical that kind of happens when you take the time, like a soul journey walk, where you're giving yourself that time to listen and then also like move at the same time. I love that. Um, okay. This one tells a lot about a person. Your most used emoji.
Mm, it's the kissy emoji.
If you aren't watching this on YouTube, Tiffany is doing the kissy face. I love it. I thought it
It's
was
the
going to be something else.
smoochie.
No, I'm going to have to go back through our text threads and see if I've ever gotten that one from you because I don't think I have.
Oh, I don't know. I bet you have. I don't know. We do a lot of voice text, so
This
I'll
is
just start.
amazing. Well, and while we are laughing, and because our friendship has become something so special to me, and I want to again give a shout out to Amberly Lago, but just community and plugging in to the right one can really change your life. And I know I have mentioned Tiffany is not only all of these amazing things, she is my dear friend because of the power of community. So,
I agree. I agree.
okay. And last but not least, what does she means business mean to you?
Ah, this is a great question. I'm going to tell you, she means business means sharing your story. I think everybody needs to share their story. You never know who you're going to help. You never know what person that you're going to touch. You never know who's in the darkness that needs to be come out to the light. And sharing your story can help somebody, um, and you never even know it. So that's what she means business. Do the work, do the healing. Don't just talk about it. Do the walk. Talk the talk and walk the walk. You have to do it because somebody out there might need you and might need to hear your story so they can share theirs.
My eyes are watering. That's the best answer I could have never, ever, ever expected.
No, I love it.
Thank you.
That's what it means to me. And I love your platform. I love everything about your platform
Oh my
and your
gosh.
magazine.
Oh my goodness. What a blessing you are. Thank you, Tiffany, for everything you put in the world. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for your rise up method that is going to help so many people. Thank you for turning your situation into something so beautiful. And as a She Means Business power move, activating your inner superhero is definitely causing a ripple effect in the world for healing. And oh my gosh, just thank you for being you, sister.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you having me here.
Well, and is there any way else, any other way we can follow you besides Instagram?
Follow me on Instagram, Facebook. My website is currently being worked on and it's fixing to be live into the world. So, yeah, just follow me so you can hop on my book launch.
Yes, make sure you stay in touch with the Soulfully Savage Tiffany and don't miss her book launch beginning of October. So thank you again for being on the She Means Business show. I know your words have definitely helped activate confidence, amplified your voice, and helped others as well as help them align to their power.
Thank you so much.